You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's The Sing-Off After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's The Sing-Off After Show.
Hey, we're back, and it's the last episode. This was quick. Hi, everybody. This is Steve Bottomley for the AFTERBUZZ Sing-Off wrap-up show. I am kind of with Tamara in the studio in a kind of cool electronic way. How you doing, Tamara?
Hi, everybody. Merry Christmas Eve.
In your undisclosed location, she's doing work for the CIA. And Kimlai is across the desk from me.
Hi, everybody. Happy holidays.
And wow, it was a packed show, and we got a lot to get through.
Yes.
So let's start. Well, obviously, it was the finale. And there was three groups left, and 2 of them were not going to survive.
Right.
It was so sad. So, the opener, Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson. And I gotta say, this is like one of the first times where I went, oh, this is cool, I'm liking this. You know, it was kind of, I don't know, inspiring. What, Kimlai?
Well, you know what? I thought it was such a great choice. It didn't occur to me to like break down one of his songs and make it a cappella. And it's like, I don't know why it didn't. I loved it. I really, really liked the camera shots when they did the up close of Ten's beatboxer. And watching his mouth move like that made me wish that there were more shots throughout the past 2 weeks that showed what their mouths do. Because, you know, I remember when I first started with you guys doing this show, I really didn't get what acapella was.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you could actually do all those sounds from your mouth hole. You know what I'm saying?
It surprised me too.
I loved every aspect of it, everything.
What do you think about it, Tamara?
I really liked it. I thought it was fantastic, and it was cool that they brought back all the other groups. The Philharmonic was in on it, Streetcar Renaissance, Calle Sol. We had, you know, all the groups that had been eliminated at this point coming back. So we got that super full sound, and it's a beautiful song to you know, give that kind of attention to. I really liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was a really nice start to the finale. It was full. It was really cool. Speaking of all the other groups, they did the little fills as they cut to or coming back from commercial. We're just going to list them real quick just to say, you know, we're glad you're back. Acoustic Cats got Jingle Bell Rock. Street Corner Renaissance, I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas. Philharmonics, Wish You a Merry Christmas. Calle Sol, Feliz Navidad. Element, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. Princeton Footnotes, Deck the Halls, Voice Play, Jingle Bells. And I am really tired of writing the word Christmas because dang. And I'm taking notes, you know, and I felt, here's my upbringing, I felt bad, like Xmas. It's like, I know I can't do that. I have to write the whole word.
Oh, come on.
Anyway.
Steve, I have an article for you on that. I will send it to you. It's okay
Tammy's
to write
going to be sending lots of articles.
Yeah, I know, because, okay, all right, good. Well, if Tammy says it's okay, it's okay. So anyway, that was really good. I did enjoy seeing everybody back. You know, I don't know, is it a little bit cruel to have them just sit up there and watch, you know?
No, I think they're learning. No, I think that's
the loser section.
That's a part of the whole experience. It's not the loser section, Tamara. That is terrible. No, I think it's a part of the whole experience. Plus, you need seat fillers.
Yeah, you do need seat fillers. There's a lot of empty boxes up there.
Paid seat fillers for that.
And without spending a ton of time, was everybody back or was somebody not back?
I counted all 123 of them.
Wow.
Did you?
Yep,
Okay.
they were all there.
Okay. Sometimes OCD comes in handy. All right. The first duet we had was Nick and Jewel. They sang It Had to Be You. Wow. Wow. Tamara? Oh, I know. No.
Are you saying wow because of this again?
No. Okay. Because
wait, what's
Jewel
this?
is no, not that.
Just
her sexy way she sings. I've not seen her sing. Because I always thought, I always thought she was like a country western artist, and it's just not on my radar. Although now I know that she's multi-platform winner. But wow, she's just smoking sultry. You know, that was a great bit, and I think Nick and Jewel should start dating.
Don't say that. Oh my God, they're both happily married. I was wondering about that when they were pairing them up. Like, oh my God, how would I feel about that? They were like so flirty.
Did you enjoy it, Kimlai?
Okay, well, I thought it was cute. I thought it was a little corny. I hate it when stuff like that is so rehearsed. Yeah. Like she talking back to him and him talking back to her. Vocally, though, I did not realize, I have to tell you guys, shows like this definitely bring to the forefront who these people are. Yeah. Because I was not a fan of 98 Degrees. I never really listened to their music, you know? He has got an amazing, beautiful voice.
No kidding.
Wow. Yeah. I had no idea. I'm going to start liking him now. As, you know, a musician, a vocalist.
I've got my note here. It's like, when does Nick get his daytime talk show? Because, you know, a little singing, little chatting.
Right.
That guy's...
That would be fantastic. I would watch that show.
I think a lot of people would. And I think there's an opening somewhere. Well, Oprah's gone. So, you know, hey, Nick, get on it. So, Tamara, do you have anything on that?
Yeah, the only thing I wanted to, I'm available. The only thing I wanted to add was I just thought Jewel sounded so great. And she kind of has been a breakout in this season of The Sing-Off. Mm-hmm. You know, her notes have been ones that we've really appreciated so much. She's gotten more of the funny than the guys really have. And now she comes up and sings and opens her talent up to, a whole new audience that's never heard her before, like you, Steve, and so I thought that was fantastic. I thought it was really great, and she's really come out smelling like a rose on this one.
See, when you were talking about that, like, you know, I didn't realize she could, Steve, you know, sing or do. She was that sultry. It's like I've been a fan of Jewel forever, and that's her style. She's very, how do you say? Okay, I'm gonna think of the word later. I'm gonna spend too much time trying to think of the word.
Like a torch singer almost.
Now I think more and more people realize.
Yeah, for sure.
Look, when they first started that bit, and same with you, I'm like going, oh my God, it's rehearsed. Please don't. But once they started singing together.
Yeah, the singing was good. The talking, I didn't care for.
Now, each band, each group.
Steve.
You know what?
Xmas Eve.
It's Christmas
cussing.
Eve. We're here for you, okay? We're here for you. Each group got to sing with one of the judges. 10 sang with Sean. Mm-hmm. Their song was Joyful from Sister Act 2. Before I say anything, Tam, what did you think about this? Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, I just want to point out I'm wearing my ugly Christmas sweater.
Oh, good. Let's see.
Can't see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. What are those reindeer doing?
Yeah, nice.
They're kissing. They're kissing. It's a T-shirt, actually.
But, Tam, they both have antlers. It's very PC.
What?
They both have antlers. They're very PC.
I like your background.
Thank you. It's a kind of a hobo setup I got going on here because I'm in the guest bedroom where the light's good and I've got pillows holding up my devices.
What are you talking about? You're in the studio.
Wow,
You're in a major studio
in the
right
Pacific
now.
Northwest studio.
Yes.
I mean,
CIA is really suffering some budget
Tamara
cuts.
segments.
Yeah. Okay, so Joyful from Sister Act. One of the things I wanted to say was that some of those costumes that 10 was in looked like Star Trek costumes. I swear to God. There was like body armor going on. It was really a fun piece. It was very much in their genre and a brilliant showcase for Sean because, you know, we get to see him sing, but he really like gave it to us and, you know, showed us his whole, we got to see his range. We got to see his stylings. And I thought it was a great showcase for him.
Yeah.
Kimlai, did you agree with that?
I thought it was, I liked it. I really like how they teamed up with the judges. I like that they had the judges do that. I thought it was so cute. Was it Dee Dee? I am so trying to get the names right. Where she was like, I just melted into a puddle of nothingness.
Yeah, that was Dee Dee.
I thought that was so cute.
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought, it showcased. I thought there could have been more. Mm-hmm. But whatever.
Okay. I will
you
say,
think, Steve?
well, it was not my favorite.
Okay, mine either.
I could not get into the song because I didn't know what Sean was doing. There's a little bit of that for me. That's cool, you know, but when it's all the trill everywhere, it's like I'm trying to figure out what the melody is. So if I don't know the song,
right,
I don't have access to that song. So I don't know if I like it or not. So it was just kind of like watching a science fiction movie I don't understand. It was like, I know it's a movie, I know it's a song, I just don't know where it's supposed to be.
You're not familiar with it.
So I thought it was, overall in the show, I thought, first of all, I was kind of bummed that was Ten's first exposure in the show, that I wasn't totally in, like I was with Skyfall, like I was with Proud Mary. You know, it seemed like for whatever reason, they kind of pulled them back with that choice. I don't know who chose it, but I don't know. For me, it just was not a mesh that worked for me. Anyway, that was my thing. Pentatonix stopped by.
Yes, they did.
Yes.
PTX.
Everybody got to chat with PTX with their album PTX Volume 2. Get it, people.
And PTXmas.
PTXmas.
Really?
Oh
my goodness. Okay, that's good. It's a good play on letters.
Yeah, and they did their I Need Your Love by Calvin Harris, and I will say A Year on the Road does change your ability. It's 2 years on the road? Oh, that's right, because they weren't, even more. Man, it was like a different group when they were, I mean, it was the same people, but wow, they were just so much confidence, so much like, you know, we so own this now.
Of course. Doesn't she look great with black hair?
Yeah. What do you guys?
The only girl.
Kimlai, what do you think?
You know what? I love that they're successful. I love that they broke out from the success that has come with being on the Sing-Off. You know, for them, because so many times you see these groups with these different types of shows, and you never hear about them again. Yeah. So I love that they did that. I liked that I could hear every single part when they sang. I heard every single person has a strong voice. It's like they're a complete unit. But I could hear, but they're so individual. But yet it's that team that makes them who they are. Individually, as individual people, I don't think obviously they would have that success. It's that group, that dynamic. And I just love, though, that when they're singing and harmonizing and all the different parts, I can hear every single one. Yeah. I really like that musically.
Well, Tamara, I know that you've never been a real fan of theirs, but were you able to...
Oh, I'm like, what? Tamara loves them.
Yeah.
I do love them.
That joke works if you know this. Was that like a highlight for you, Tamara?
Oh, I thought it was incredible. And it was a really signature Pentatonix arrangement. You know, they've been doing a lot of appearances on TV shows through the holidays to promote the Sing-Off and also to promote their Christmas album. And so this was a real signature arrangement for them. And like you say, Kimlai, you could hear each voice. They were really highlighted. And I think that they are so talented in that you can hear each one of them, but they still give that really full sound with only 5 people. And that's why I think they won the Sing-Off, because they've just got this great round sound. And that combined with their ability to bring in the arrangements. I mean, they talked about how their finale song for season 3, they changed the arrangement a whole bunch of times because, you know, they weren't happy with it. And obviously it ended up working out for them. And they have great talent in that part of their, you know, show and presentation, because arrangement is a huge part of a cappella and how the songs are conveyed to people. So I thought it was a really great arrangement, a signature Pentatonix arrangement, and fantastic.
Well, you guys, but both of you, all 3 of us know too, their personalities, I mean, they're so fun. You know, and I think that you have to have the whole package to be where they're at, and they have the whole package.
Yeah, the little drummer boy video, you know, all that stuff that's available, but, you know, that's why you want to buy the album. If you like these people, it's called Supporting the Arts. It was good. It was great. Love seeing them. They were so much fun. Now, then we had a competition song. Home Free was the first one up.
Yep.
And they got I Want Crazy by Hunter Hayes. And I'm not saying anything yet, Tamara. What do you have on this?
Here's the thing. I'm watching at with my parents and my who am I with? Okay, with my parents and my sisters and my, you know, brothers-in-law and all that kind of stuff. A whole bunch of people. Also, simultaneously last night, as this show was on, was Monday Night Football, and the 49ers were playing. So we were switching back between shows, and I had, with the sing-off being a priority, and right as Home Free is getting ready to sing, San Francisco had made an interception, and so we're all screaming and yelling, and I'm like, go back to the sing-off, go back to the sing-off. So it was a little bit crazy, but the song was incredibly tight and so smooth and so beautiful. You know, Austin doing, and again, it was one of those situations, and we know what the results are, but where you can hear each individual singer, you can see what they're doing, you can really get a sense of them, and I thought it was amazing. You know, Sean's note was, "You've been solid since day one," and that was the moment I knew they were going to win. Was when Sean said that. And you know, Ben talked about how their rhythms, you could set your watch to it because it was so precise. And then Jewel saying, "You guys were stars tonight." I mean, that was, you know, that was the moment I was like, it's over. We know who it is. Yeah. By the way, they're from Minnesota. My dad's from Minnesota, and so he's been rooting for Home Free all along.
Home Free and the 49ers. Hey.
Yeah, now you know all about my family.
Who called it from day one? With us here. Who called it?
I'm going to say Marissa. Yeah, you called it?
Steve!
I'd have to review the tapes. They're locked away in a vault. Did you enjoy it?
I did. I liked that they stepped out of the box. I mean, I loved it.
Yeah. I think it's interesting that they went up right after Pentatonix because, Tamara, to your point, they did have that same tight, you could hear everything, you could, it was almost like you could just play with the audio dials and figure out who's singing what. And, of course, they have that incredible low bass. And that can also go to tenor. Yeah, after that song, I was like, oh, I think somebody just nailed this thing. We went to one of my favorite surprises after that. We went to 98 Degrees with I'll Be Home for Christmas. And I thought that this was probably the second best song of the show. And it was a huge surprise for me. Now, I knew Nick could sing. Okay. Obviously. What I did not expect was that harmonic structure and that stacking and the phrasing. I mean, that was just, it really, really blew me away. Kimlai?
I'm agreed. I think this is, again, perfect timing to give everybody's career a new life. Everybody's. Wow. Everybody on this show is getting a boost right now. I'm a new fan of 98 Degrees. I was not a boy band fan. Boy band, whatever. Now, yes, I will probably get one of their CDs or download it.
Or wait for the reunion tour. Did you enjoy it, Tamara?
We were, you know, my mom and I, we used to watch, we watched season 2 together on the phone, and she's the one who taught me how to harmonize. And so, you know, so I really kind of credit her with any musical knowledge that I have. And so we're watching this, and I was sitting right up close to the TV and watching and listening to how complex those harmonies were. And like you say, Steve, the construction of them, those were not, you know, normal chords. They were not chords that you just, you know, just throw out. Incredibly complex. And I kept looking back at my mom, and we were both kind of sitting there with our jaws open because it was so good and so tight and so, you know, just interesting. I thought it was fantastic. Really, really good. I wholeheartedly agree with you, Steve.
It was so, here are 10 groups trying to vie to be the best. And here come 4 guys and schools everybody. And one of them for the last, for the last, you know, 3 seasons has just been this goofball. Right. And then he steps up and wow. And you got to see a lot more of Nick this episode with his Secret Santa bit.
Oh my!
We got to see a lot of Nick.
You guys, just real quick, Dion is it Dion? 10 is listening right now, so I just sent them a tweet
hey, guys.
asking them if they want to call in. So just what is the number, just in case? Like
7. I'm sorry, it's 10. Wait, what band? 10. There's 10.
424-256-1729.
I don't know. What is it?
424-256-1729.
424-256-1729. Call Collector Direct. Call today. Operator standing by.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, Secret Santa package. Sorry, I interrupted.
Package.
You guys. The package. Oh, it was a package. All right. Does he? Oh my God. Does he look like that now?
Okay.
Or was that like from before?
I don't know, but damn. And I think that took care of all of the Ben we were missing, because that last bit with him playing the piano, with that picture on his piano,
that was
all the Ben.
That was hilarious.
That was like all we wanted, just in that one thing at the end. That was great. That was hilarious. I love the whole thing. Like, I don't know who gave it to you. I don't know.
Okay, you guys.
Nick showed chops.
Is it just me that I thought? I get a little frustrated sometimes with a 2-hour show when they're trying to create things for filler, because it is filler, and sometimes it gets a little corny.
Yeah.
And I felt a little bit with that.
Well, here's
a little bit rehearsed.
Okay, so yeah, it has
Why
to.
can't it just be authentic? Why can't just some things just be authentic? Just let the camera roll. Come on.
So
Not
anyway,
how TV works, Kimlai.
yeah. I thought what was funny about it was kind of cheesy with the whole Sean thing at first, and, oh, it's a Jewel, and then they just kind of kept taking it further and further.
It got better.
And I thought the payoff was hilarious with Ben and the piano. I thought that was just wonderful.
I'm surprised it wasn't a picture of the three of us that he was singing to.
Well, at least you.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on to Vocal Rush.
We had, for me, I thought this was the best song. It was Vocal Rush with Ben. It was a David Bowie, Bing Crosby. It's a mashup. It's like Little Piece of a Drummer Boy on Earth. And I have had this song in my seasonal rotation for years. And there's always this emotional sort of, wash that comes over as because, I saw like the original when I was young and all that sort of stuff. They had that original familiarity. Thank you. Live.
We got him, Tamara. We got him.
They had that. It was so solid. It was so much.
They had Ben.
Who wants
Hello.
this?
Tamara, you take it.
Well, I thought it was interesting that he's the star in this situation, but he really was just there to support the singers. They did these beautiful duets. I thought it came out. It's a fantastic song, mashup, medley, whatever you want to call it. And where Sean was really highlighted in his piece that he did with the group, Ben was more like integrated within in this situation, and I just thought it was lovely. I have almost no notes. It was just pretty and so good.
Yeah, I have very little notes too. I was just locked in watching it, enjoying it. Did you?
I thought it was genius. I think that them being able to work with Ben was a great pairing. I also feel that his duet really let them shine, where the other two.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. Yeah.
I just yeah.
Yep.
It's like I don't want to repeat. Okay, good.
We all feel the same.
Yeah.
We all feel the same.
Trying to be sufficient here.
I'm going to take a little commercial break right now and say thank you to everybody who joined us. This was a very, very fast season. They put a lot of stuff in just a couple of weeks. So thank you for staying with us throughout. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for watching both at AfterBuzz and at YouTube, and the downloads at iTunes. And keep it up. If you like a show on AfterBuzz, throw a comment down. Keep that energy going. It does make a difference, and those comments can get people into the studio that you could call in and talk to. So, from all of us here at the AfterBuzz Sing-Off Wrap-Up, we'd like to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And have a wonderful holiday season.
Thank you.
Don't drink and drive.
Okay, how awesome would that have been if we would have come up with a 3-part harmony of a little happy
that would
holiday?
have been awesome.
Why did we not think of that?
Because.
Hello?
Because I'm on Skype, that's why.
Jeez.
And because it's Christmas Eve. I still have to get all my shopping and cards done.
Oh, I don't want to hear about everyone's schedule. Let's go.
Okay, 10's competition song, Love on Top, Beyonce, Tamara. What did you think?
Wow, I think it was one of their best tunes that they've done. The varied tones in it were amazing. The second half of the song, I was just wowed by it. Emony, fantastic
Emony.
solo. Emony or Emony? Emony.
Do we have an incoming call?
Oh, I'm like, whose phone number is that?
Phil, is that what you're telling me?
Is that Tim from Home Fries? No, I'm just joking. That's his phone number. Hold on.
Do we have a caller?
Yes, we do. This is Dion from 10.
Hey!
Dion, thank you. Thank you for joining us.
I'm going to dial somebody else in. Hold on a second. He is on the other line, which is Peaches from 10. Hi, Peaches.
Oh, my goodness. How are you guys?
We're good.
Wow, what a ride. We haven't gotten to the end of the podcast, but I'm sure everybody kind of knows what the final count was. Up to the moment that they said the names, I thought I really didn't have it locked. So I was very, very surprised with, how it came. Although, damn, everybody knows you guys now. So...
Yeah, it's a crazy situation. I mean, for us, we've been, doing music and, singing background vocals, like, professionally for R&B artists, gospel artists, like, for us, it was just a thing of being at home, on a stage.
Yeah.
This is, like, what we do.
Right.
So, it was a great opportunity. I mean, it was a great time to showcase, who we were coming behind, other artists and just showcasing what we could do. So, it was real fun.
You guys were all professional, and it was one of the fun parts about the show was watching you guys just kind of gel together and discovering your strengths. And, I mean, you thought that Imani was, that's the right way to say it, yes? Imani?
Yeah.
Imani. She's like the voice, and then 3 songs in, Dee Dee steps out, and you're like, what? Where did she come from? I'm curious to know, though, from the standpoint of, like, working with other groups, what was the work like on Sing-Off? Was it similar in the pacing? Was it like more work? Were you like going, are you kidding? This is way too much work.
They talked about that in their package.
It was honestly the hardest thing we'd ever done.
Really?
Like Dion said, we've been doing this professionally for a while. But going from that to this type of work load was something that I don't think any of us were quite prepared for. Like, we knew that it would probably be challenging to some degree, but we had no idea that it would be as challenging as it was. Like, the workload, the hours that were put in, it was crazy. It was crazy. Having the other groups and the camaraderie between everybody participating really made it fun, and it made it worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys, I do. Tamara, by the way, she had to get put on hold for just 1 second. Wanted me to tell you guys hello. She was a huge fan during the show.
If anyone should be in the studio running this interview, it was Tamara.
Yes.
So sorry, Tam.
I just sent her.
Watching the 49ers game.
I know, right? She's
we got a blackout. I was like, what? You got that game?
I just texted her real quick and asked her if she had any questions for you guys. So hopefully she's able to get back soon. I do. You know what? I want to know, are you guys going to continue on as an a cappella group after now?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. Definitely. And I really believe, like, this was something that challenged us. Like you said, we've never done this before. Mm-hmm. But I really believe our strengths were pulled out. Things that we never knew that we could do. We knew it was there, but we never had the opportunity to tap into it. Like Teacher said,
that's awesome.
The workload and everything of that nature. Like, I wouldn't go to bed for like 3 days at a time arranging.
Wow. Wow.
But that's how much we adore this thing called music. I mean, it's you have to love what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
If you don't, it's just a job. And, I don't ever want to be in a situation, and I'm pretty sure the group feels the same way. You don't ever want to be in a situation where, you're just at a job. So,
for me doing the show, it opened up a whole new world to us musically. Like, as it's been stated many times, we'd never done a cappella music before, so we didn't even realize that the a cappella world was as vast as it is. So now being exposed to it, it's an untapped market for many of musicians like ourselves. Mm-hmm. So we, we enjoyed the experience, and we realized that this is something that we like to do. We like the challenge of having to be the music and the vocals and making a song live without any real instrumentation. And we definitely plan to keep moving forward doing a cappella music. There may be a time or two you may catch us with a band, but, you know, for the most part, we will be rocking out a cappella.
Time or two.
Well, how do we stay in touch? I mean, like, where do we go to stay on top of what you guys are doing?
Do you have a webpage?
Yeah, we have a webpage, www.officiallypen.com, and it's the same on Twitter, it's the same on Facebook, it's the same on YouTube.
Instagram.
I'm sorry, is 10 spelled out, or is it the digit?
Everywhere.
You guys spell it out.
Is it, no, I mean, is it 10 spelled out, or is it 10 the 2 digits?
Yes.
Yes, it's 10 spelled out.
10 spelled. Okay, thank you.
I'm like,
thank you. So I am curious. First of all, I have to say, Skyfall, the best song of the series. The whole thing. That was one. I don't know if you heard the podcast when we were talking about it, but in every series, there's always that one song that grabs you out of nowhere and you're floored. That was it. I had no notes. I was just like, well, just wow. I mean, you guys just showed who you were on that one. It was awesome.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Steve.
Well, thank you.
What's happening?
Thank you so much. It's very interesting. The week we did Skyfall, it really was the hardest week that we had there. We were really going through a lot behind the scenes, and it was just rough. It was rough.
Wow.
So I think it all played a part in what we were able to put into the performance. It was real emotion, you know, because literally it felt like the sky was falling, like we were at the point of crumbling.
Wow.
At that point in the competition, and it was just hard. It was. So having a song like that, it was a challenge from the beginning, but even afterward, we felt like it was a testament of where we were in that place in the competition, and it translated well to the people, and, you know, it made everything that we had gone through worth it.
So that actually, I have a question about that. You guys, you are professionals, so you know that, look, you have a job to do, you know what you need to do. Now, on this particular show, though, there is an emotional depth that you have to dig in for. Did you find that challenging? Or did you find it like, oh, man, I got to expose more of myself? Was that an area that was not comfortable? Or?
Well, I think, a lot of us, the whole group, we're vastly based in Christian teaching. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna throw my Christendom out there real quick.
Okay.
You know, like Peter said, this song really talked to, you know, what we were dealing with at the time. I mean, it was a lot of things going on behind the scenes, and on top of that, being away from home, there was things going on at home that we couldn't deal with because we were, you know, doing the show. You know, when those type of things happen, you have to somehow channel that to what you're doing. And, you know, it was amazing because a lot of us felt so great after the fact that we went through all of these challenges during this week. You know, change this, change that, do this, do that, you know, but we didn't stop. You know, and that's where our Christian roots come in. It's like the sky is falling around you, but we know who has our back. You know, we know that, you know, God is at the center of everything that we do. So all we have to do is put forth the effort, and God will take care of the rest. And, you know, that's what we channeled into. So, you know, that's just where we were with it. Peach, you have anything to say about it?
I didn't find it hard I don't think we found it hard to tap into emotions for these performances. The challenge sometimes was with the expectation that we were having to try to meet, because we do one thing and we think that it's amazing, and we're having to change things. You know, I'm trying to be as politically correct as possible. I think it was more, the challenge for us was sometimes giving the powers that be what they wanted.
Well, I do have one more follow-up then, and you don't have to answer it if you can, and then I know Kimlai is just chomping at the bit for something. Was there external pressure for you to change up a choice or a performance?
Oh, my.
Interesting.
I know there were some tweets last week.
Do not get in trouble. Say.
I know. Right. Oh no,
well, if you agree that today is Christmas Eve,
okay then.
Our pigs pink, is that pigs pink, and our hamburgers like really good.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Kimlai has another something for you.
Okay, you go. Okay, so I am so sorry. I was laughing right in the middle of when you were talking about Skyfall, and that was a serious question. But Tamara, she's like, I see you laughing, which is there's a little bit of a delay here. Tamara we're tweeting each other or texting each other right now, and so Tamara, okay, stop texting. So she wants to know if you guys are going to be going on tour. And if you can get us tickets. Merry Christmas.
Well, if you think that it's New Year's Eve tomorrow.
Oh, come on. Okay.
Okay, I can answer that. Go to www.officiallyteam.com.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. She has one more.
Okay, no. We can answer. We're not going.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not going.
We won't be on the tour for reasons beyond our control.
Right.
But if you want to read an official statement from 10, you can go to officially10.com, and there it is.
But I am curious, is it, because you say you want to continue, is that a challenge because you all are professional, and I'm sure you all have, that other side. Do you guys see it as man, this is going to be a tough poll to do?
I don't see it as a challenge. I see it as, just stepping into what we do. I mean, we all combine together and we use our talents to the best of our ability. Like, never in a million years would we have thought that we would be in an a cappella competition. Like, it's like, yeah, I'm a background vocalist.
You're not now, man.
Right?
Right. So... Go ahead.
For me, I think it is a bit of a challenge because we are trying to, conquer uncharted territory, which is new for us, and we're trying to get the people to know who we are aside from what they've known of us in the past. And even from the show, there's so much more to us than what you saw on the show. So. Now, if we had been able to go on the tour, it would have helped a bit more to be able to see more of the fans around the country, to be able to show them more sooner. But now, since we're not going, we're having to work harder on our own to try to still be able to see the people, touch the people, show them who we are, thank them for their support, and try to build an even bigger fan base from this point on.
Well, yeah. I think you guys have a good start. I mean, NBC Absolutely. Being on there, it's like, now it's hello. We all know who you guys are.
The only advice I have is when you do tour, make sure the week you have before the tour is horrible. Just make sure everything goes wrong, because then you're going to have some great music.
Oh, and make sure you invite us. Because we would love to come see you guys, just FYI.
Yeah, FYI.
And we would love to see you guys as well.
Yes, we're actually seeing you now. No.
You can see us? You can see us?
In all my mistake-up glory.
Well, we wish you guys were here raising the roof with us.
Absolutely. Listen, wonderful that you guys could call in. And you were the winner for me. I will tell you that right now.
Thank you. Thank you. We feel like we won. We really do.
You know what? Everybody saw who you were. Everybody saw what you can do. So I don't see you guys just drifting off into the ether.
Okay.
So listen. Sean did say that you're a box of assorted chocolates. And
literally and figuratively.
Yes. So I want to know.
Oh, that's funny. I just got that.
Wow.
Chocolates, milk chocolate, dark chocolate. Yeah. Oh my God, Amani can be the one that's filled, like the milk chocolate that's filled with like raspberry cream.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Seriously, shall we keep going, or shall I cut my losses now?
No. Let's just
caramels. She could be a caramel.
Let's move on. Yeah, because sooner or later you're gonna. Okay. All right. I just thought if you guys thought that was funny or not. I thought it was pretty damn funny. Okay. Unfortunately, we do have the rest of the show to do, or otherwise we would. Any of you guys in L.A.?
We are actually in Dallas.
You're in Dallas. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, best of luck to you. It's killing Tammy that she wasn't part of this, but you know,
she's
hey.
so bummed. She's like, you guys have so many supporters. Thank you so much for calling.
Those are all the texts.
We want to go on tour with you.
Hopefully, Mark Burnett's going to keep the sing-off going. If he does, we will be back next year. And you know, if any of you guys are in town and want to stop in and watch an episode and hang out and do, you know, what we do, God knows what that is. Let us know. We'd love to have you. You absolutely were just one of the shining groups of this year. So thank you so much for your work and for giving us your time today.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for your support. It means the world to us.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And Christmas to you, too.
Bye, guys.
Talk
Bye.
to you all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
10 calling in.
That was awesome.
Damn.
Thank God for social media.
Thank God
Aren't
for
you glad I've had my
Kimlai
phone?
and
Thank you
social
very
media.
much.
Now we have
the
to riff.
vibrating. We love it.
Now we have to riff until Tamara comes back.
I know.
And when she does, we'll just like make up a bunch of stuff. That,
I'm here.
oh, hey, Tam. Oh, they hated you. Oh, my God. They thought you were so mean.
It is killing me. Wait, now your texts are just going through.
Yeah.
Tamara, if there was anyone that...
I figured out I'm sitting right next to a computer, so I figured out how to pull up the AfterBuzz live feed.
You're so
I could
smart.
watch most of while you guys were talking on the phone.
Okay. If there was anyone that should have been sitting where I am
there she is.
for that moment, it was you.
Hi.
Not only in your ability to actually do an interview, but if, you know, if anyone deserves. But anyway, how cool? How cool is that?
Oh.
Ooh,
That was so great. Kimlai, you didn't ask them the one question that I was wondering.
Wait, which one?
Well, after Pentatonix won the sing-off, they all moved in together, and I was wondering if 10 did the same thing.
I know. But then when they started talking about that other stuff, I was like, okay, awkward, probably not.
No, it's, yeah, interesting. I think, you know, if they write a book, there'll be some interesting stuff. Okay, so...
Should we spell our names for them so when they write us in their book that it's accurate?
Sure.
Okay.
Jewel did Home Free with Have Yourself a Merry...
she didn't do them.
Oh, my God. Home
Jewel
Free
did not do Home Free. Steve.
Jewel,
she did Nick Lachey.
Joined.
Joking.
She joined Home
terrible.
Free and Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. By the time that song was over, I just wanted to have a scotch in some smoky lounge, you know, and just enjoy that thing.
It was... beautiful.
Is that what you have?
Where you had scotch too?
It says butter, like butter.
Yeah.
Knew Jewel was so versatile. Kimlai obviously knew, and a lot of other people know. But God, it was beautiful. It was just like smooth.
Oh my God.
Fabulous.
And you got her voice. Some of the stuff she was doing, it's so indicative to Jewel.
Yeah. Okay.
It's you know it's her. It's like
now
back.
They said all the songs are available on iTunes, but seriously, why are they not putting out a sing-off Christmas album?
I know. This was the first time ever, you guys, I've watched something and thought, I'm going to buy this CD.
There's at least 3 songs that I would totally get. And you know, I'll go to iTunes, I'll get, you know, the ones that I really liked, but there's enough material there for full Christmas.
Absolutely.
Okay, there was another package, Acapella 101, which had a few funny jokes.
Yeah, the thing I wanted to talk about that just a little bit. Jewel talked about polyphony in the season, and Ben talked about bilabial plosives and all that kind of stuff. And I know that he does, there are a cappella seminars that happen all over the country all the time. And he teaches at some of those from what I understand. And so, things like bilabial plosives to the people who are involved in a cappella make perfect sense. But for the rest of the crowd, like we were talking about Kimlai before we went on the air, people don't know what those words mean and those terms and things like that. And so that was kind of fun. My thought was just that they didn't include enough of it. It was just like the 2 things that they'd already said in the season. And I think they had an opportunity to do some great information giving as well as comedy delivering. And, like last season, they had the comedy bit where Ben did everybody's job. They did like a whole sketch that was a couple minutes long. So the things like that I kind of missed, and maybe they cut them because they weren't super successful. But I felt like this was an opportunity to really kind of jump on that. But you know, I guess I can see why they didn't. It would have been funny if they could have done a good job with that and, you know, made it an actual bit instead of this half bit that it was.
Yeah. Tamara, you know what? I totally agree with you. I feel like they missed an opportunity because a lot of people, I think that we as in general have this, you know, this craving for knowledge and education, and so many people to love a cappella, but to know the behind the scenes of a cappella and what things mean, like arpeggios and chords even, you know, and what's a 1-4-5? Well, a lot of people don't know what that stuff means. And so to educate, you have this opportunity. People are tuned in. Educate the people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Agreed.
That's
Agreed. Then a blast from the past.
Oh
From my era. Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo were doing "We Belong" with the runner-ups, right?
Yep,
the
it
ones
was.
that, you know, had they let them out of the box.
Darn it, Calle Soul.
Calle Soul.
Gosh.
Calle Soul. I think we all have
gonna...
the same first note on this one, which
Wait,
is
what?
Well, I don't think Neil got the whole a cappella memo.
Okay, so I want to talk about that. Why the guitar? And we figured that for him, it was his touchstone. He's probably uncomfortable being on stage without it.
Right.
And
was
for
it plugged
Pat
in?
Benatar, he was her touchstone, so they came together. I mean, we heard like 4 notes from the guitar, and what I wrote down was, I would like to have heard the meeting with the producers when that went down, or like the receiving of the writer, because it's like, yeah, I know it's an a cappella show, but I'm going to show up with my guitar.
Yeah.
I don't think you understand the concept.
Yeah.
No, it's my guitar. You know, so I think that was probably a very interesting meeting to have been a fly on the wall for.
It was. I like the song. You know, "We Belong," and it was great. It was a great arrangement. Yeah. You know, it was good seeing them.
Yeah, I didn't understand why they were there, but...
Well, they were there because...
I didn't get why it was those two.
Well, Pat Benatar sang the song.
No,
and
I know
Neil
that.
Giraldo
I mean, on the Sing-Off, why those two are picked
I don't know.
to have that particular spot at the Sing-Off. I thought it was a musical orgy. It was fantastic.
Okay.
That's what I wrote.
Then,
in a good way.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
This was probably one of the most anticipated moments for me, was when Vocal Rush did their competition song. Because I knew going in that they were kind of the long shot. Only because if you want if you're going for a big group singer, you're going to go with 10. If you're going to go with, you know, a commercial package, you're going with home free. So in either one of those categories, Vocal Rush had kind of a disadvantage. And they did Roar by Katy Perry. And I thought it was powerful, but I thought it was like a little stagnant for just a little too long. Like when they finally stepped out and opened up, it was a little too late. And part of the problem I had is they kept showing the early song, the first song they did, where they did the stomping and the slapping and all that cool sort of like, you know, I don't want to say urban high school stuff, but, you know, all that, you know, the cool stuff. And they never revisited that again. It was like maybe a stomp. And the opening, I just was kind of like, okay, this is your moment. Make it big. Knock everybody out. And they finally got to that place, but I thought it took a little too long. Kimlai?
You know what? Are you familiar with the song already?
I'm not. Well, I was by the time they got... Yeah, I mean, I know I'd heard it.
It was way too fast for me. For me, that tempo was like, whoa, what? It's like I just felt like they were going to fall at any moment. Someone was going to get off. Someone was going to get off tempo because it was just so fast. I did it made me snap my fingers.
Okay.
So that was good. I was sitting there by myself, snapping my fingers. I liked how, I think it was Jewel that said to them that she was sucked into their gravity. I just like that sentence. I was sucked into your gravity. So that's all I had about that.
What do you think, Tam?
Well, I thought it was one of their best performances. So obviously I saw something different than you guys did. The thing is that with the stomping and the clapping, I am certain that they were told they can't do that anymore.
Really?
I'm sure of it. You know, because it was so effective and it was so, you know, it was really like different and it really distinguished them. And I think they were probably, you know, told you can't do that anymore because it's going to disqualify you. So, you know, I bet one of their tools was taken out of their toolbox.
The Bob conundrum.
But what's that?
The Bob conundrum.
Bob.
Yes, the Bob conundrum. So, I mean, I thought it was an excellent performance by them, but again, the judges' notes were the thing that I think gave them away. Sean said, "I see promise in you guys and potential," and that's like the kiss of death right there. You know, it's like, but you're not going to fulfill it today.
Right, and some of the other ones were, you know, never forget that, you know, you can keep going. And you could see that in their faces when they were hearing those notes. I think they knew, oh, these are not notes that says that we're... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you.
No, that's fine. I mean, I think they're amazing. I would imagine they're not going to be able to go on the tour either because they're in school, for goodness sake. But, you know, we'll find out. They're definitely people that I'm going to continue to follow. I think they're fantastic. I really do. But, you know, there's the other thing that's the logistical question. It's a high school group, so school is what keeps them together.
Yes.
So when they graduate, and some of them are going to go to college, and some of them are going to get jobs, and some of them are, you know, their lives all change. I think it's going to be very difficult for them to maintain their group status. You know, once they're out of school.
Well, I would not be surprised if there was another version of them showing up. If Mark Burnett keeps the Sing-Off alive, Mr. Burnett, please.
Please
because
do.
Do you really want another 2 years of people yelling at you to bring it back? We'll get more, and we'll get louder.
I know, right?
We'll do it. We did it this time. We'll do it again.
More and more of us are learning social media, so I may tweet.
You upped yours by 50%.
I did.
Almost 100, actually.
Wow.
So, yeah, I would not be surprised to see some sort of version of them returning, a smaller group that, you know, can be more in the... Because it seems like one of the things that you need to win is not a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, and that might be just a business decision, you know, the logistics of dealing with more than 6 people. I don't know, but it sure seems like that's kind of the mold that they look at. Anyway, I will say it one more time. For me, and you guys, you know, chime in. For me, Skyfall was the best performance from day one. I thought so. This was like totally surprising. We didn't talk about this beforehand. Kimlai, do you have a favorite?
You know what? If I, like right now, without on my notes, I don't have one favorite.
Any moment that stuck out besides seeing Nick's
And I'm sure
naked
after we get
chest?
done, I'm going to be like, oh, why didn't I say blah, blah, blah. But
I'm sure
right
you
now,
will tweet it.
Yeah, mine will come out on Twitter.
Tamara?
One of the things that Jewel said in Vocal Rush's notes was, "You always sound like you." And I think that's true for Home Free as well. And I think that may have been one of the things that was a little bit of a detriment to 10, because they kept talking about how it was said a few times over the season, I don't exactly know who you are. You know, I don't know if you're a gospel group or what else. And they obviously have gospel as their roots, but they have more than that. So that was just one of the threads, I think, that kind of went through how the winner is determined. From the beginning, I've always loved Home Free because they have that buttery sound, and they're, you know, I love that their identities and characters are found. And you know, as far as my favorite of the season, are you talking about, or the favorite of this show?
No, of the season. Looking back on all the various songs.
I still loved the Caddyshack song with Philharmonic and Home Free. That was one of my favorite pieces of the entire season, because it was so, they came together so well, and it was funny, it was good, it was interesting, it was entertaining, it sounded excellent, and that was absolutely one of my favorite moments from the season.
I have it.
Oh, Kimlai has one.
Ring of Fire.
Oh, Ring of Fire.
Ring of Fire. I just got the bass is in my butt. I just like right now. I was like, ooh.
And do we all agree that the ultimate Sing-Off
is a
cool addition?
Oh, amazing. I loved it.
Yeah,
you guys,
me too.
The whole 2 weeks, I loved this.
Not only was it like fun in the beginning, but as you realize that they really were all making friends, and you have to go up and, you know, compete against your friends and everything. It was a nice addition. Well done, Mr. Burnett. Well, that leaves us to the big moment with Mr. Lachey giving us the results. And in my envelope, I hold the results of that show that Mr. Lachey said. I will read them now.
We all know, Steve.
Oh, do you? Dang it.
We do.
You guys want to hear something funny real quick?
Sure.
Yeah.
I was watching it, and Tamara's tweet came in right before they announced the winner.
Oh, no!
I was like, why do I look? I should like not even look at my phone while I'm watching. But it's like, it's a constant. I'm constantly, you know what I mean?
I got her tweet. I got her tweet that San Francisco won. So
I was like, Tamara's on it. She is on it.
And she knows her audience. Kimlai Sing-Off, Steve Football. Well, Vocal Rush was not a surprise. For me, honestly, I was like, it's 10 or home free. I was kind of was thinking, you know, I was pulling hard for 10. I wanted them to do it. Anyway, the breakdown was third place was Vocal Rush, second place was 10, first was home free. This did not surprise you guys because you were pulling for home free the whole time. I will take second place because they gave me the best song ever. So are we happy with this?
Well, I am. I think that, you know, it's interesting. Home Free has been a band, a group, and they've been touring already.
They have, yes.
So, you know, they've got, like 10, they've got that professional experience behind them. But obviously, after last night, their tours are going to change, and the opportunities that are available to them is really going to be different. I think they're going to do fantastic. I think they're going to be kind of in the stratosphere, like like Pentatonix has been.
Well, they certainly are going to have the country a cappella niche.
For sure.
And, you know, I'm sure they're going to be teaming up with all kinds of country western, you know, artists. And so good for them, you know, good for them. And you're happy.
I was happy. I just, you know, I don't know. It's just at the very beginning, it was just they were different. And plus it's country. And country is such... I mean, country has always been there, but I mean, it's being highlighted so much in so many other shows and so many other people. Things.
Were they ever on? Did they ever go into a sing-off?
Who?
No.
What?
Well, they did.
When everybody had to. Yeah. But were they ever voted into a sing-off?
You guys, they were never in. They were never in the bottom two ever.
They never were.
The only time we saw them was when they all did it. Wow.
Yeah.
That I guess that also pulls a few points.
You know why, Steve?
They earned it. They earned it. Congratulations.
Why, Tammy?
Why?
Because they eat lutefisk and lefse, and it's like miracle power food.
It's very true. Very true. If you can survive either one of those, you are superhuman. You can do anything.
Win the sing-off.
You can win the sing-off. Well, folks, it has been a very fast but fun... Oh, do we have news and gossip or anything?
I have one bit of news.
I love this, by the way.
Everybody in Hollywood is going to be a guest star on Community in Season 5, which begins in January, including our own Ben Folds.
Oh, yay!
Wow.
I'll bet he's not funny.
He says, I'm not an actor and I'm not a pharmacist, but I will be playing one on TV on Community.
Well, pharmacist is perfect.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right?
Wow.
Yes. He could totally play a pharmacist. Yeah.
He can go like this a whole bunch.
Absolutely. And he's got the vocabulary for it.
That would have been a perfect spot to insert your picture of you doing the Ben Fold glass move.
Patented. Oh, nice. Which finger?
Oh, come on.
I thought I saw that wrong. Anyway. Before we went into R, thank you very much for the last few weeks. We had a great time. We loved joining you, with you talking back to us. Tamara, where can they find you, girl?
Find me on Twitter at Tamara Berg, TamaraBerg. I also have a new video out on savoring champagne bottles.
It's awesome.
It's on my website, and I'll tweet it. It's really fun. Please watch it.
Check it out. That's a great video.
I watched it yesterday on the tarmac. You can find me on Twitter at Kimlai Yingling. You can also go to my website called Eatin Asian. That's EATINASIAN.com.
You can find me at Bottomley Steven if you want to. I don't know why you would. Thank you all again. Everybody have a safe, happy,
it's an amazing season.
Yes, that too. Have a safe, happy holiday. Have a safe New Year's. And Mr. Burnett, bring it back, and we'll be back next time. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.